Good Friday. Oh, this is really croaky. How we doing? I wonder how quiet it will be tonight because people will have other things they're doing for Good Friday. Hello, friends. How are you? Happy Friday Night Live. Happy Good Friday. As you gear up for your Easter weekend, I hope you guys have had a good day. It's a holiday here in Canada. I think things are open in the US. And I had a good inkling of that as I drove into Toronto and there was hordes of traffic heading towards the border. So I think lots of people were going shopping. So hello friends, how are we? I hope you had a good day. If you colored Easter eggs, did baking, worked, or whatever you did, I hope you enjoyed it. Devin and I made a trip into Toronto and went to the One of a Kind Arts and Crafts show and had a really nice time and went out for dinner. And I'm just gonna try to muddle my way through this. I have hit the wall of exhaustion today, so I'm gonna do my best. So just bear with me if the measurements, if it takes me a little bit for my brain to catch up. We're just gonna muddle through, but I wanted to make sure we did this live. Hello, Yarlise. Hi, I saw you, Julianne. How are you? Hello, Cherie. But this is my third live this week. I did one on Wednesday, I did one last night, and now I'm here tonight, right? So then I have to rest up because I leave for Spokane on Wednesday. So you liked my peacock jacket? It's beautiful. Oh my goodness. I saw it when I walked in and she said it was part of their fashion show and everybody was going crazy over it. And I said, it's been waiting for me. It's been waiting for me. That designer, Diana, she just does amazing stuff. So I did call her Diane in the video because I'm Vicky and, you know, at least people cut me some slack. But I put it on and I walked out to the mirror to take a look. And there was a gentleman and he goes, oh my goodness, you have to buy that. When you put it on, I thought you were a movie star. I thought you were a movie star. You look like a movie star. In my jacket made from a bedspread. It literally is, but it's beautiful. And Devin almost had a heart attack, so she had to, she doesn't, Devin is my husband's child, so she really does not like to spend money. So I give her quite the heart attack because if I like it, I work hard, I buy it. And she had to just kind of walk away, but we had a wonderful day together, which is nice because we don't do a lot of those things together, just mom and daughter, right? She's a working girl now and I'm working and traveling all the time. So it was a very nice day spent together. And I came back, I sat down, prepped a few things, and I'm excited for tonight because we are going to do a new version of our card book. So I did a quick like prep one just to see how it would work. But we're gonna make another book out of cards and we're gonna have like little side openings, top openings, flaps. So I don't know how much decorating we'll get tonight, but look at top flap. It's gonna be fun and it's made from the box card set. So what's really nice with these is you can make a couple, right? If you have the cards and you've bought all of them, or maybe you find them on sale somewhere and you're like, oh, I'm totally going to grab these at like TJ Maxx or Winners. Sometimes they are. You could grab it and make mini books, and it's a great craft you can do this weekend as well if you have kids or grandkids or you just want to make something fun. Really easy to throw together and won't fit 4x6, but close. Right? You could get like 3.5 by 5.5 photos in here, or 3.5 by 5-ish. So I think lots of fun. We're going to make one of these tonight because I leave for Spokane. I won't be here next Friday. And then I won't be here the following Friday, but I'm going to try to do, it on Thursday, but I have the Spokane virtual event. So I'll be back home, but I don't know how that'll work with me doing a Friday night, but I'll see Thursday or something. We'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know as it gets closer, but just know that I won't be here next Friday. But how we doing? So hi, Trina, how are you? catching up on your Discover and Create classes. I love that because I just did the bonus class for that one too. So love how that turned out. When I flipped the camera, I have to share. So last night I did a bonus class for my friends in Australia. I was there in November and taught a whole weekend event with my friend Natalie. And I promised when I got back, I'd do a walkthrough of the album and we would do a bonus class. And it was a hot minute before I could get time to do that. Came home, got sick, the holidays. It was a lot to get in there. So hello, Nicole. How are you, vacationer? Nicole just got home from a cruise, I believe. So I'll read your comments when I flip rather than having my head down. But I'm going to grab, I created these 2 layouts from just the extras in, I love them. So I want to share them if you have some of these older collections or past Vicky Boutin collections. You may love these. And the other thing I want to announce is the winner from last week's mixed media walkthrough for my new mixed media collection that is going to be showing up in stores and a whole end unit or end cap at Joann's stores. So definitely want you guys to go out there and check it out, take your pictures with it, support that. You know, we need, like I said, it's a fine dance that we need all of our independent small retailers, and we need the Joann stores and ones like that, just so we can keep doing what we're doing, because we have to order such large quantities from China and the US and everywhere that we get the products. We need to have all of the players at the table. Otherwise, it's really hard to get your order in, right? So super important. When that hits the stores, I want to make sure you get your pictures taken there. When are the gel plate kits available? I didn't put them up yet because we're working on, I tweaked a few things when I got my sample. So I will place them, but right now I don't want to put it if you did the other order, because I could be sitting on that order for a while. I don't have an exact date for the gel plates. So we're going to give it a little bit, okay? So the winner of the, I think it was paint markers, I said was the giveaway, is Joel Ginny Hunsberger 4920. So I even wrote it down and everywhere. So and everything. So if you're here or you see this, make sure you reach out to me at info@vickyboutin.com. It's Joel Ginny Hunsberger 4920. Congratulations. And thank you for all your wonderful comments. It really means a lot, friends. It really means a lot. So I'm all discombobulated today. Let's flip the camera and we're going to get right into it. I'm going to see, because I've missed all of the things, right? All of the things. So question, can we sign up for access only for the layout classes yet? I just haven't had a chance to post them. What I would like to do is post them when the instructions are written. Well, I don't really need to do that because all of it's going to be linked in. So the I finished the layouts, all of them, and they turned out, if I do say so myself, beautifully for the true colors. Like when I opened that one up, I was like, I don't know, this one I might struggle a little bit, and then freaking banged the stuff out. So we have, for that one, it is 14 layouts, so 7 double pages. And they turned out really, really pretty. And I haven't started the other one yet because the Cedar House is a little bit, I needed to get this one done first. So I'll work on access only and get it up next week and I'll let you guys know. But there will be access only for both of them, right? Thank you, Kelly. I have to say, like I was talking to my friend Lael and I said, it just comes completely naturally to me. I created now with these I did the bonus class for Discover and Create this week and for the class in Australia, plus the 14 pages for True Colors, the 10 plus layout kit, which I'm going to start ordering a few more because I feel like once it's done and people are talking about it, more people, there's some that whatever I put up there, you guys will buy because you've done enough classes that I'm signing up. It just is a no-brainer. I don't have to think about it. I have a curated kit. I have someone that helps me sit down and make everything from it so it doesn't just sit and collect dust. They're ready. I can put photos on, and then I get to spend all the time with this community, which it's just kind of a magical thing, right? And then there's a lot that are like, ooh, I don't think I need this one, or I don't know if I like the color of this collection. And then the layouts are done and they're like, oh man, I wish I would have bought it, or you only just found me. So just know moving forward, I'm not, see, it's a fine dance with that too, right? Is I don't want to sit on a bunch of product that doesn't have somebody who wants to buy it. So, but I think I will add at least 25 more the next time that I do a 10 plus layout. There's some awesome stuff coming down the pipeline. So it'll be so good. So anyway, lots of things coming up. I just completed my layouts for Texas. I completed my layouts for Spokane. I did a whole bonus. You guys are getting a whole 2 bonuses when I'm there. So it's going to be awesome if you're doing it in person next weekend. Hi Jer, if you're doing it virtually, it will still be just as awesome sauce. So you're going to have a great time. I'm going to flip the camera and then any questions, because I'm sure I've missed stuff, right? Is Lael here? Oh, you just love Lael by mail. Me too. She's my buddy, and I'm going to be hanging out with her. I'm going to get to see her this week. So I was collecting gifts because we like to give each other little gifts that we collect along the way. Lael loves wine gums, so I have to make sure I go and get that out. It is, thank you, Karen. It is no wonder I'm exhausted. I can't even tell you. And then on top of it, I've been doing a whole bunch of other stuff behind the scenes with American Crafts. So, right, it is what it is. But I'm hanging in there. Just know, like, I feel bone tired today. So I know when I was trying to measure things and I couldn't figure out the maths. So I might even have to get my cheaters on because I can't see very well tonight, right? So I am creating, right, with 3 craft chicks soon. That's next weekend, Cherie. So, okay, let's flip the camera. I'm going to show you the layouts I made. Cherie was there. Did you love them? I loved them. So let me share a little peek at that, and then we're going to roll right into making this album out of cards. And even if you have one of my older box sets or Pages box card sets or anybody's box card sets, or you just want to cut the size, I will tell you what the size is of the cards, and you could make it out of cardstock or pattern paper too. So whatever you want. There are on vickybooten.com, the kits were 75 Canadian. It includes the 6x8 paper pad, the Paperie pack, the washi tape, from my friend Rachel Tallman, did up this sequin pack. It has a sheet of acetate, it has the foam in it, and it has the box cards stamp set. So I have a few of them, like 5 of them left. So if you want everything pretty much I'm using tonight, you can find that. Hopefully, I meant to link it, but Natalie will help us. Hopefully, she can find it. And it's under Shop Update when you're at the top of vickybooten.com. And then there's a drop-down menu that says Shop, and it's under Updates. So if you are interested in that, if you want to make, because you really could whip out a few of these, at least 2 of these mini books from that set, and then use them for cards as well. Thank you, Nat. So let's flip the camera and we can talk, but you don't have to look at me. So it was quite the day. You know, when you're out somewhere and you have an outfit on or something that people are like, oh, you look so nice. And that's what I got. I looked like a movie star today. Some lady said to me, you have beautiful eyes. I said to Devin, what is going on, man? I put deodorant on. I think it's attracting the people today. So it was a very nice day. People were very free with their compliments, which was very nice. That's very nice. And, you know, it's the easiest thing you can do to just make somebody feel good about themselves, right? So it was a very good day. What are we saying? You bought the card. Yes, there's a card kit. So it's different, Sandra, but the card kit, which is a Joann's exclusive. I actually have a few in my shop that I need to add to the store, where you can get the project pad and the card kit, is another thing that is awesome about the designer destination at Joann's. They have some exclusive things, right? So that's, I think, what she's talking about, Kristen, is the card kit is the exclusive one where it has like everything is in the pad or the pack to make some cards. No new stuff yet. It hasn't, I'm not sure when it, I think it will probably stock the new collection, which I will be doing a walkthrough as soon as I showed you guys a little ways back, a little peek at it. It's very fun. It is like a nice summery, springy collection, so very excited about that. I think I'm thinking May that, but I haven't heard anything. I keep hassling them. I'm like, when am I going to see a catalog so I can get my order in for that one? So yeah, some exciting stuff. We're working on some new fun, different things. So it's going to be good. Okay, so I wanted to show you. Let's start with this. So when I went to Australia, we did a album class and layout class, and it was kind of the best of Vicky Boutin. So it was a whole mix of different collections. So we did, like I do double page layouts. This is, can I tell you, one of my favoriteest layouts that I've done. Look how fun that is. I cut apart the little color wheel and we did kind of paper pieced it back together. That was one of the classes. Oh my goodness, this one too. Look how fun is that? So if you have that stencil that looks like this, by just inking the center of it, it kind of looks like feathers or palm fronds, right? So this was another one. So these are the ones we did in the class. Like I told you, I love doing double page layouts. So you'll recognize that this is a mix of different collections, right? And that was another one where we paper pieced all the little hexagons. And then we sat down and just willy-nilly, I went, okay, let's take our scraps and this is what we're going to make. And this is one of the layouts we made. Oh, I mixed them up. Just a second. That was ruining all the fun by showing you. So this was one that we made. Don't you love it? I love how this turned out. Oops, my birdie. Natalie will love that. I didn't glue them down. This is one of the layouts that we made. Just out of our scraps, right? And then this one, which I absolutely love. Are you ready for it? Look at this. So this is the paper from Sugar Rush. That was the big circle. So I went, let's what can we do that makes it not using the circle? So I cut it into quarters and then made this kind of little scallop on the bottom. Isn't that fun? I am pretty impressed with myself, if I do say so myself. I was pretty impressed with myself. So we made that yesterday. So I was on there, I don't know, till what time was it, friends? I think after 10 o'clock. I started at 7. So, you know, if you play along with me in my classes, so you get a huge kit and then you get hours and hours and hours of education. I feel like I like to give and give and give. I want to make sure you guys feel like the value is always there. So we'll be doing the next one will be when my new collection comes out, which, like I said, I'm thinking May. But I don't know when we'll do the actual weekend event because then we're getting into the summer. So we'll see. We might do it in September. I might wait until September. Like, we'll sell it because Christmas is going to come out probably in July. And it's stunning. And I added some gorgeous, that nobody has seen either one, some gorgeous stuff from Simple Stories as well. I ordered a couple of different things from Simple Stories that I'm really excited that they gave me a little sneak peek of. And I went, oh, people will love this. I'm doing the things. So it's going to be good. Lots of great stuff is coming. And like I said, with my layout classes, you do the layouts. Like, really, you follow me around. You do these kits. You're going to have like 2 albums finished this year of double page layouts. It's going to be good. So tonight, Is my friend Jill Bushart here? Because I left. Hello, Valerie. Hello, Rosemary. What did I miss? Did you guys ask any questions that I missed? Hi, Kim. How are you? Hello. Happy Good Friday, friends. I hope I didn't miss. Hello, Michelle. Hi, Alice. How are you? Let me know if I missed anything. Just ask again, okay? If anybody's celebrating a birthday, happy birthday, anniversaries, anything special other than Easter, just happy you guys are here because I knew it would be quieter tonight because it is a holiday and sometimes people have things to do. I didn't. I had time to spend with my friends. So, and Yessie's here, and Natalie always, and Nicole. I love it. So like 3 of my design team members who have been, holy crap, let's just talk about that for a minute. If you do not follow those ladies, you need to make sure that you're following them on Instagram, because it is just, you know, the social media's changed. We're all a little jaded with the social media, and if people are posting things, like I just think it's the easiest thing. I want to be really kind of conscious of going and giving my friends love, because if they stop posting, I'll have nothing to copy. No, just joking. If they stop posting, I don't have any inspiration, or I don't get to see their amazing art. So I know we're tired of the whole thing, but you know, beyond the just thumbs up and double tapping, leave a quick comment, like, or just throw some hearts up there. But I think, right, it's awesome. Hi, Jill. So Jill had mentioned when we were doing the bonus class for Discover and Create that she was excited that I was working with some of the kits that I had sold on my site that I had extra of. And this was one of them. So in the bag came a whole 6x8 pad. I gave the foam adhesive, a full 8.5 by 11 sheet of acetate, a box of frames, the sprinkles. What else was in there? A pack of the Paperie, because we can never have enough. We're going to use the stamp set tonight because it is fabulous and I haven't used it yet. And the box cards. Oh, and the washi tape. So it's kind of all of the bonus things that I had not put in my kit, right? The Paperie was in the kit. And the rest wasn't. These were extras, right? And I thought this will be fun. You guys really loved when I did the card book before. So let's do a card book, but we'll do it with the shaker boxes. So that's what we're doing. Happy birthday, Tracy. I knew if I asked, one of you guys would be out there, right? Hello, Rebecca, BFF. Happy to see you. So what we're going to do tonight is, like I said, let me grab the one we did in the past. It's right here, so I can grab it quick. So this is another option. I love this one too. We did with Sweet Rush. Look it. So we did this flip book, right? Isn't that fun? It's all made out of cards and then a little bit of embellishment. But how fun is that? And then when you turn it over, so it's here on my what are we on? Facebook. So if you want to see how we made that one. I don't think we're going to go this in depth, this big, because I think I did this. It was not on a Friday night. It would have been probably a couple hours on a Saturday or in 2 parts. But I love it, right? So very fun. We had done this one. We're going to do a little different one this time. I thought, how can we bind it? This is only a mini because I just wanted to check the binding. So we're going to switch it up a bit and do this style, and we will do side pockets on this one. There are going to be some top pockets, and look at, and flaps, right? And this one has a top flap, and it's a pocket, a top pocket. One of these are top pocket. And then we're going to just put a spine binding on it. So we're going to do this one a little bit different, right? We're going to do it a little bit different. You did part of it and the rest I did off camera, which will probably happen a little bit tonight as well. and then I'll just do a walkthrough, a flip through of the finished one, because it takes a while, right? It's a little bit labor intensive, but I love it. And then the other thing I'm going to do is a shaker box, at least one on the cover. I'm going to layer up the cover. So I thought it's just another fun way. Obviously the cards are great to use as cards. I buy these, open them, and then just use them for my thank you cards, or if I need a quick birthday card, right? Sometimes they're awesome. You can just throw a little bit of embellishment on it, or just use it as a little note, right? Note cards. So they're always a great deal. And then you get the envelopes in there too, right? So that's what we're going to do tonight. Sorry, I'm going to cough. I'm not going to lie. One of the things I may use is an ephemera pack or some of the extra embellishment. But the Paperie has 200 pieces in there. We can use a lot of that, but if I do feel so inclined. But also with the 6x8 pad, we have things we can fussy cut. So with the 6x8 paper pad, we can cut out some of the 3x4 cards. We can cut out the butterflies for embellishment as well if you bought the kit, or if you're using from your stash. These tags for sure will work beautifully in that. Oh, is it Julie's, not birthday, it's her, is it Julie's anniversary? Happy anniversary, Julie. Happy anniversary. What are we not sure on which date, Natalie? When the new collection will be out? I don't know yet. Haven't even seen, I have, so when we design new collections, when it is completed and it goes to the team, we will have like a PDF walkthrough of all of the SKUs, but I haven't seen a catalog yet, like an order form. So I don't think anybody has really seen it. Some people might have got a sneak peek of it that order big quantities, but it hasn't really been released or introduced to the world yet. So I'm not really sure on the date yet, right? She was asking about the dies and stamps. So I'll be working on those things, but that's going to be a little bit. So I have some things I'm working on that are going to be a lot of fun. But like I said, it's going to take a little bit because I'm going to be producing some of my own stuff that will work really well for the that too. I saw Natalie for mixed media, and then the mixed media items are supposed to start shipping next month. So I did a pre-order. As soon as everything arrives, I'll pack your pre-orders up and send them off. And then for the month of May, we're going to be using the Vicky Boot mixed media to create layouts, to do all different kinds of things. So it's going to be awesome. Okay, let's do the things. So I have my Diet Coke ready. Let's, who's going to work with me tonight? Who is going to be creating along with me? Or if you're not, are you just hanging out with a cup of tea or a dirty martini? Are you working on something else, cleaning your room, just hanging out? Yeah, there were 2 Julies, right? So I'm like, I don't think I got that wrong. There was a Julie birthday and a Julie anniversary. No, Heather, it's all a pre-order still. So it's on VickyBooten.com. It's going to show up in a lot of your favorite online stores. It is already pre-order at a couple different places. It will be, I'm sure, on Scrapbook.com when it comes out, and it's going to be in Joann's stores. So there, it's a biggie. That's a biggie. I need to send the peoples there because you see, when we get placement like that in some of the bigger retailers, it just opens up a world for us to do new things, like maybe some new tools or something cool, but we need to have that kind of like order in order to get it into all of the stores. So I'm hoping, right? You're working tonight? I love it. I'm supposed to be organizing my supplies, but I'm not, it's not looking good. I hear you, Stacy. You're creating. I love it, Kathleen. Hanging out and taking notes. I love it, Michelle. I'm cleaning up my mess and watching. I'm just happy when you guys are here. Hi, Joyce. Finishing adding photos to your cruise album. I love it. I love it, my friend. Yeah, so I still have to do the bonus class, right? Natalie's buying shoes and reading comments. What kind of shoes? Are they exciting shoes, Natalie? Are they exciting shoes? I hope so. I'm working on a pocket letter tonight. That's fun, Shannon. I've done a couple of those. I'm fussy cutting some of where to next for layouts. That's awesome. I love it. Okay, here we go. So when we set these up, I turned the cards the opposite way because we are going to glue, for the most part, back to back. We're going to glue back to back, and then for some of the flaps, we can then also insert in between before we glue it. We're going to leave some of them open on the end, and then some of them open on the top. We can do top flaps, so that's kind of the idea here, okay? And like I said, we're going to get the base of this done. And then we will look at the decorating. I don't know how much of it we'll do tonight, because I'm just going to get through as much as I can before I fall asleep on you guys. Natalie is buying Doc Martens. Who are you? Look at my punk rock sister over there. I love it. Dark side shoes. That's very funny. Yeah, Natalie is over there. Valerie loves her Docs, and she loves her Chuck Taylors too, right? I love it. Okay, so let's do the things. The other tools that I have are border punch, always. You know, it's my go-to. Some things for stamping, if we do want to decorate with the stamps. I have scissors, double-sided tape. I have adhesive. I have foam tape, the clear acrylic for the shaker box, and then whatever you want to put in the shaker. I have my 6x8 pad for mats. And the other thing I'm going to grab, which I don't have over here, is the little notcher, so that we can notch out for some of the pockets. Carrie still has her Docs from college in the mid-90s. I believe that, right? I believe that, because they last for a long time, don't they? I do not own Doc Martens. I don't know if you're surprised by that fact or not. Devin tried to get a pair, but her feet were in between sizes, which meant that she could not find. They were either too big or too small, because Docs are not half-sizers, right? Doc Martens, oops, I'm kicking stuff, sorry. That was the bin I have on the floor for the cat. Docs don't come in half sizes, they're only full sizes, and her feet are right in between, so she really wanted a pair, but I have Barbie pink Chuck Taylors. I love it. I have Barbie pink. I have neon ones too. I love them. So I grabbed this, I have to say. So I have this in the shop. I love this traditional corner rounder that I have from We Are that has the 3 different sizes, which is great when you need just like smaller corners. But oh my goodness, I love this. And I say it's the outie belly button, the innie belly button, and the bum. So this makes it look like a ticket. This I love. It is in my shop. If it says that they're out of stock, I have them in. I just have to add more. Absolutely love this. I gave my cruise ladies. This one was in their cruise box, and don't you agree? Great corner rounding tool. Great job. I hope they keep coming out with some fun stuff like this at We Are. Really love this. Good tool. It's a good tool. So that's what I have. I'm going to use some of these. And this notch tool. Because normally we do a half circle, right, for our pockets. But I also have my thumb notcher, and I'm going to use this tonight. Just to switch it up a bit. I know none of those shoes, so to me it just sounds like you're talking about a soap opera. You don't know what Doc Martens are those black boots that you see people wear. They're almost like, when you say like almost combat boot-ish. So that's what Docs are like. Chuck Martens are Converse sneakers. Chuck Taylor's are Converse sneakers. So there. I just did a little bit of translation, Kathleen. I love it. Okay, so let's do the thing. So I'm going to start this as if, just grab a bunch of the cards. We're going to build the base. So right now, really your adhesive, you need your adhesive and maybe a corner rounder, whatever you want to notch little pocket pieces for. We're just going to do the things. You ready? Let's go. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to just open up. Like, see a card like this, you totally could have What a Great Day. I think that'll be a flap. I'm going to use it as a flap, but you can also just use the back of it. Some of these cards we're going to cut just the piece off to use, right? So I'm just going to lay them out, and then we can put them in order of how we want to build this. So I'll just kind of show you. I was working on it just so it was slightly organized. I don't have this one. Are they all there? The pencils are not there either. Oh, the pencils. I might not have pulled it out of the box. The Jack Parcell ones. I'll have to check that out. I am not familiar. Who's Jack Parcell? Purcell. Jack Purcell? Purcell? Is it a sport dude, a designer, an announcer? Ruby Lily? Who is that? So Michelle just made Colombian coffee from her cruise with Irish cream while I work on my diamond art and watch and learn. I love that. That sounds delicious. I would like that. I'm just going to drink my Diet Cherry Coke. He was a badminton champ. That's pretty cool. My athlete is not doing any sports tonight. He is on hiatus because it's a holiday, right? So it wasn't going on. So what I think the best way to start this is just to decide what order. Like, what do you want your first page to be? So pick out your pattern. I think this, I'm kind of digging this, will be a great, I'm going to start, that's going to be my first page, right? And then what's nice with these is you can turn them either way. If you want the tags to the, or the stripes to the back of the first card. So I'm going to just kind of put an order, and then we can decide what we want as flips and flaps and pockets. So just decide kind of an order that you'd like your pattern to go in, or your book to go in. And you could add more, because really, there's no rules, right? So I'm going to start with those cards, so I have it, right? The one with the circles. My next card is going to be the one with the stripes. I have the one with the leaves. I have the one with the circles and the grid. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Mary Pat. What size are your base papers? They're cards, Lisa. And I'll give you a measurement, but they're all cards. So they are, when they're open, the height is 5.5. 5.5, and then the width is 8.5. So they are A2 size cards. Okay, so if you wanted to cut it, it would be 8.5, which you could do out of 8.5 by 11 cardstock, even by 5.5, and then just fold it in half. Hopefully that is helpful. All right. And then the green one, and I think I'll throw the gray on here as well. So right now, how many pages would that give us? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to throw one of each pattern of the cards to start. So how many? There's 40 cards. How many patterns? I think there's 8 patterns, right? 5 times 8 is 40, right? Don't like look at, and if I got that wrong, do not judge me. My brain is so tired. I might totally have made that wrong. You're using the 6x8 pad. That's a great idea. Great idea, Jessica. So, did I put that pencil one in there yet? Because really, it doesn't even matter. I'm just going to kind of throw the cards in there. And then we're going to go back, and I'm going to take some more cards, and I am going to make some flaps, right? Because we need to figure out what we're using before we glue it down. So what do we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 cards in here. Have I used one twice? Because I didn't use What a Great Day. What a great day. Do you see anything in here twice? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm going to use this. I don't have congratulations in there either, do I? Congratulations. Worked so hard for that. I don't know the words, so I just made that up. Do we want to put that in? No, I'm going to use that as a flap. I'm going to use that as a flap, and then we'll decide. And then we'll decide what we're going to cut as flaps. So the first one I'm going to leave just as a traditional page. It can be a side pocket. But some of these I want to make a side flap, top flaps. So let's organize some bits that we're going to make. I think that this, I had done it in the other one, makes a great top flap. So I'm going to cut this out, and then I can cover up congratulations with any word as well. So because this is a 4 and, what did we decide, 4 1/4 wide, I want to make sure this flap needs to be at least 4 inches. You don't want the flap to be exactly 4 1/4 because it could be problematic when you try to open it. So I'm going to make that one a top flap. So let's go ahead, and for one of your cards or from your 6x8 pattern paper, whatever you're using, we are going to cut a 4 by, I'll tell you in a second. I'm going to cut a little bit off of the side of this, on this side. So I'm going to cut a 4-inch piece of this card, front, and that'll work perfectly. Okay, so 4-inch, and then I'm going to take a little bit off this side too. No, I'm not. We don't have to cut anything, we'll score. So my flap at the top, I'm going to score about a 1/2 inch at the top of that, because then I don't have to trim anything, I'll just score it. This is going to be a top flap in the book. There it is. Happy Easter to you, Natalie. Do you know what's funny? I always got a new pair of shoes for Easter. And back in the day, I remember boat shoes. That was because I'm old. And that was the thing, is that I had boat shoes. So this is 4 inches wide. It was 5 1/2, but I've scored a 1/2 inch right there. And if we want to do another flap on here, let's see, do we want to do a double flap? Underwear and a chocolate bunny. I love it. But I used to always get a pair of shoes. My mom, Miss Sheila, always would give me a pair of shoes for Easter. So I'm going to do a double flap on this one. So let's cut a piece of the other side of that card. And it is going to be a 2 1/2. Trim a 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. Trim a 2 1/2 by 3 1/2 out of your 2 1/2 by 3 1/2. And this can be ished. Do you know what I'm saying? You could ish any of this, but I think that would be fun to do a top flap on that one. So Where are we at there? Gray boat shoes, I remember. So I'm going to actually make that 2.5 by 4. 2.5 by 4. Right, Joyce? Yeah, boat shoes. 2.5 by 4. And this is going to be a layered flap. So 2.5 by 4. We're going to score about 1/4 inch-ish, maybe a little bit more flap at the top. Okay? Deck shoes, that as well. We called them deck shoes too. Boat shoes are deck shoes. And I had gray ones, and that it was a thing. I don't even, how old would I have been? My mother spoiled me, so I was not a child. I was a teenager, and that's what I got the one year for Easter. So I remember shoes at Easter was definitely a thing in our house. So it's going to be a top flap. I'm going to cut this one. Do we want it cut in a flag banner or just round the corners? What are your thoughts on that? But it'll be fun, right? A little top flap. Let's just flag banner it, and then you can decide. I'll show you what it looks like. And if you don't want to do that on yours, you don't have to, right? You do not have to. So remember, if you want a flag banner, you cut from the open ends. If you cut from the folded end, it's a pennant. It's not going to be a flag banner. It will be a pennant. It'll come out in a point, right? I'm okay that it covers the flower because it's going to lift, right? So there is what the little banner looks. I'm going to glue this now just so it's ready to go to this flap. So just put a little adhesive on that side, and you are going to glue that to this flap. So just line that up where you want it and glue that. And then it's ready when we go to put it together, okay? Glue your flaps together. I love that. So, I know, and that's very sad, Cynthia. I love close to my heart, and we do a little bit. I really want to start doing some card making, art journaling, like doing a little bit of everything. But my following, for the most part, is scrapbookers, right? Hi, Pam. How are you? So we have this one ready, and we'll decide. Let's decide, where do we think we want that one? Which color would we like that to pop on? So there's some blue. Ooh, look on this page. Could be pretty. Look at that on here. Digging that. So that's where I'm going to opt. I'm just going to, right now, hook that on there. Let's just do it. Let's just do the thing. So this is going to go at this point in my album. So now what I want to do, I'm going to round these corners, and then this is going to get adhered to the back of this card so that it can lift up. So let's do that. Okay, so you pick the card you want or whatever you're putting this on. I'm going to round the corners. I think these could be really fun, that you could get a jump on teachers' gifts. It's fun for in-laws, right? If you want to just share some of your pictures, you can get a jump on a little mini book for your Easter photos. I just think, here's what I have to say. If you're new here and you're like, I don't really scrapbook, what's this scrapbooking? Biggest thing is get your photos off your phone. Print the photos. And if you have a fun little project like this, like I know Devin would even, like with her friends, if they came over, they would make this. And then at least these kids wouldn't be deleting all of their pictures. And then I'm like, you're going to be really sad when you're old and round like I am, that you didn't keep any of your photos from when you were young and cute and hanging out with your friends. So that would be the biggest thing I would say, is something to encourage you to print your photos. Because we used to have photo albums we look through, right? We don't have any of that. So do you see what just happened here? This originally was a card. We've turned the card so the pattern is kissing. And then we took the front of a card that we cut down to 4 by, what did we end up doing? I think it stayed the 4 by 5.5. I just scored a 1/2 inch at the top. And then we made a second little flap that got glued to that, and then all of it is adhered to the back side of the card, so it's nice and clean when you open it. And it's going to go back in my stack. Yes, and you know what, Karen? 12 by 12 double pages can be a little intimidating for a lot of people. They look at that and go, that's a lot of stuff. It's too big. I don't think that I'd want to do that. This is manageable. And here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to commit to putting photos in this when it's done. It's not going to happen right away, but I will share it with you with photos in it. But it's the thing is, right, is that's why I love 6x8 albums. I think it's manageable, especially for new people or people who left paper crafting, scrapbooking, and they want a way to maybe do a little bit of it, but it's manageable. The albums are a little bit smaller. They could put them on a bookshelf. I really do love the whole process of this, right? So, Beatrice, hello everyone. I'm late because here Good Friday is a great day full of processions, and one passes in front of my house in Antigua. I love that. Enjoy. That is so much fun. I bet it's great food, great company. Have a lot of fun, my friend. So yeah, we're just getting started. If you just got here, just using the box card set, the only thing I've done so far is we prepped a flap. Okay, another flap that I'd like to do is a side flap, and we decided we could use this What a Great Day. So I'm going to cut the front of that one off, okay? And even maybe leave a little extra so you're, no, I'm a liar. I just want this to be a little centered. So I might trim a little bit off the side, a 1/4 inch. Let's do it. A 1/4 inch off the side. I love that. Thank you for your good vibes and sunshine from Florida. I will take it. So I'm going to put a little, almost a 1/4 inch off the side. And then I'm going to cut that off and score. So I'm cutting a little bit more than the front. Okay, a little bit more than that, just so I can have a little bit more of a score line. And then I'm going to rescore a 1/4 inch on the left side of that. What a great day. I think I said have a great day, but it's what a great day. What a great day to be making stuff with my friends. And this one is going to end up being a side flap. Okay. And because we're going to glue all of it together, we kind of have to decide what's going to be interactive and what's not, because we're going to close it up, right? I want to make sure that's straight. Make sure I scored that straight. Let's look. So I know this one is going to be a flap in here, and I want it to flap on something where there is some contrast. I might put it on my pencil page. So let's see. I might actually trim. No, maybe not. We'll leave it. Look it. That'll be cute when it opens, right? It's straight. You have the option. We won't do it with this one, but you could trim some of it off if you wanted it to kind of sit so you could see more of the color underneath. I'm going to leave it as a full page. We're going to do something, I think. We could take the other side of the card. We're going to make a double flap. So to do a double flap, that means that when we open this up, it's going to open again. So for this one, it would need to be about 3.5, right? So it folds in correctly. So this piece I have left is 4. So I'm going to score a 1/2 inch. I'll show you. Just follow along, score a 1/2 inch on this, right? I'm going to score a 1/2 inch flap, and I'll show you what I'm talking about if you need to see it. I won't do too many of these because this is, I'm sure for some of you, you're like, what the heck are we doing here? I don't understand. So this was the back side of the card, which was 4 inches wide, and I scored a 1/2 inch flap. What I want to do is adhere this to this side, so when it opens up, I have a double folded flap, right? So this is going to get adhered to the back right hand side of this card. Let's do that. You don't need anything fancy, just use your tape gun. And go ahead and attach that. I'm going to close it. And go ahead and attach it right on the edge. You just want to line it up. Oop. Nope, not very good, Vicky. That's not very good lining up. There we go. So see, when it flaps now, it's attached, it'll get attached to, I'm going to attach it to the left side. It will get attached to the back, glued to the back of the gray, and then we will end up with a double folding out flap. I think that'll be fun, right? So I'm going to put my adhesive right along this 1/4 inch flap, and then I will glue it, and I'll show you so you get a better idea of what's going on here. If you've played along with me for a while, you'll know this is one of my favorite things to do. I love mini books. Love them. Okay, so I put the adhesive on the white side because it's going to get glued to the white side of the left of the gray card. So let's line that up like that, line it up, and then glue that down like that. See? So this is going to be the page, and this is going to be the flap that folds into the page. So that 1/4 inch got glued to the back of the gray pencil card, got glued to the back. And then the flap here was just the back side of the card. I didn't recut, measure anything. It's just the back side of the card. So all the height of everything, because these are the cards, that's why I don't have to pre-cut anything, is 5.5. And the back side of the card was about 4 inches, remember? Because I cut a little bit extra on the front. And now we have a folding flap that when it goes in our book will still be glued like it's a page, right? But then this page will fold out. Does that make sense, Kristen? So we did a top flap, double top flap, and we have a fold out page. Okay. And then, like I said, I might move these around just because of where I want the pages to go. this is pretty much what we do in a way bigger scale when you do one of my album weekends. Is just the little flips and flaps. I'm not going to get too complicated here. We can do a pocket on one of the pages. Let's do that. Let's make an interior pocket as well. So this first one might be a side flap. Actually, this first one will be a top pocket. This one, I'm going to make a pocket. We'll do a pocket. So what I mean by that is take any of your other cards. We're going to cut a piece and we can do a layered pocket on the front here. So what colors would I like to do or use? I think it's going to be the newsprint. I'm going to do a newsprint pocket and then a little strip of color at the bottom. So we're going to do, are you ready? The measurement will be the card width, which is, remember, 4 1/4. And then the height of my first pocket is going to be 3 1/2. And then we'll do one for 1 1/2. So we need a 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. Write that down. 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. That will be your back pocket. And a 1 1/2 by 4 1/4. Is that what I said? 3 1/2 by 4 1/4. 1 1/2 by 4 1/4. And that will be what shows on the top. So write it down. I find that that is the easiest thing. And then you don't have to say, what did you say again? The two sizes I'm going to do are the width of the card, which is 4 1/4, so I don't need to measure anything for that. I just need to cut the front of this card. Okay? Ooh-wee! I need a new blade. You know when it starts distressing where I don't want it to actually distress? That's what's happening. Ooh. Hopefully this will still work. I just made a mess, a big one on that cut. So let's see, will it still work? If not, I can turn it the other way. I'm gonna have to turn it this way. So don't look at what I'm doing. Don't look at what I'm doing. It's because I didn't cut it very well, so I'll just fake it. So this one needs to be, what do I need to fake? 4 1/4. Don't do what I'm doing, just pretend I didn't mess up. So my finished piece is 4 1/4 by 3 1/2, right? Because we're not watching that I cut it crooked and had to fix it. So that will be the back pocket. You just have to fiddle a little bit, right? Just have to fiddle a little bit. That'll be my back pocket. And then I'm going to do another piece at the bottom for the bottom of the pocket. We could use, what can we use? Which color do we want? So if you didn't want to use your cards, you could use your, out of your paper pad too. So let's do that one. For the bottom one, we can do it out of our paper pad. So what color do I want on the bottom pocket? Nope, I don't want that. Let's grab something. Hi, Lorena, how are you? Ooh, I love it. The orange. Oh, purple. Let's use this. Use that. It's on my paper pad. You can use a card. This one is going to be the 1 1/2 by 4 1/4 piece, okay? Perfecto. So I'm going to notch the top pocket. I'm not going to notch the bottom. So I'm going to take my little notching tool, or you could use a circle punch, and I'm going to notch over on the side. Like that. Love it! This is going to get glued to the bottom. No adhesive goes along the top because it's a pocket, right? So adhesive's just going to go, ooh, look at that, on the bottom and sides. And I'm going to use my double-sided adhesive. Hi, Kathleen from Michigan. How are you? So bottom and sides. I opt to use double-sided tape. You don't want to use wet glue for this. And I like 1/8 inch is my favorite, because then I don't lose the real estate in my pocket, right? Oops. And then you fix it because you were a little overzealous with your tape pulling. Hi, Cindy. No, I have to wait until we take the backing off. So I like to remove my double-sided tape backing with my weeding tool. This is going to be the last, I think, interactive bit. I might do some more top flaps, but I will do it in a top pocket, just for time's sake, right? Because sometimes these lives are 12 hours long. One day I'm going to have enough time to do some shorter videos, because I think that some people are like, ooh, these are so long when you look at it, and it scares people away. They're like, I'm scared of spending that much time. Or that is, who has time for that? So one day I will have time to start doing that. A cruise on the Amazon. Oh my goodness. Was it amazing, Kathleen? They lost all my luggage. Oh no. Are you serious? So you did not have any clothes for the whole cruise? And who lost your luggage? The cruise line or your airline? I don't even know what to say to that. That is crazy. Like, that is not okay. You need underwear. You need socks. You need something to sleep in. Oh my goodness. So how was your trip? Because that really could kind of put a damper on things, I would imagine. Vicky's worst nightmare. Natalie, you know it. You smart Alec. But yes, so see, bottom pocket. No adhesive on the top. And now it's going to get glued onto the base of this card. I love it. I love it. Do we like it on that page? I don't know if I do. I'm going to put it on this page, maybe. What do we think? I'm going to put it, no, I'm a liar. I'm going to put it here. I'm going to commit. That would not be. See, Colleen is so traumatized, she can't even tell me the story, or she left. She's like, I don't even know what to say, Vicky. So now this is going to get glued down as double pockets. So no adhesive goes where the notch is. It only goes on the sides and the bottom. That would be my worst nightmare. I'm telling you. Like, everything is in your luggage, right? Your shampoo, your Tylenol. And I would think, like, you'd need stuff cruising the freaking Amazon, right? You're not Kathleen, what is it? And Humphrey Bogart, weren't they on the Amazon? On the African Queen? You were traveling down it like you were on the African Queen. Does anybody remember that movie? Am I alone here? I'm pretty sure they were on the Amazon. The cruise line lost it. They took me shopping in Brazil, but wasn't able to get much. Viking will be reimbursing me for luggage lost, clothes bought, and stress. You better believe they will. They should be giving you another cruise, as far as I'm concerned, on top of it. Because if I was doing that customer service, I'd want you to take a cruise again. So I would be doing all of that, and then here is like a percentage off or another cruise for free, because as far as I'm concerned, that really would put a damper on the whole vacation. Because you might be, did you wear a bunch of Viking Cruise Line t-shirts that you bought in the gift shop? Oh my goodness, Kathleen. I can't even. I'm traumatized. And I wasn't even there. Didn't even happen to me. Traumatized for you. That is stressful. I'm sorry, friend. Because that's a big cruise. Like, that's not, you're not just going to, Cozumel. Okay, so this now is going to get attached, and it's a pocket. We have a double pocket. Look how fun is that? It is a pocket and a pocket. So let's start putting this guy together. Yeah, even shopping for normal clothes on your holiday is wasting your holiday. That is just crazy. I can't even. So right now we have, we're going to glue it together. We have a pocket page. We're going to do some top pockets and side pockets. We have our layered flaps. We have, let's do one more element. What else could we do? Oh, that could be fun. Yes. Let's do that. Where do I want to do it? Right here. We're going to do it here on this page. We're going to do 2 flaps. Okay? So let's decide what we're going to pick for that. 2 flaps. And then we'll just glue this baby down. So what do we have that I would like on here for a little pop of something something? I'm going to use, for that one, I'm going to use pattern paper. So I want something, because I'm going to see both sides, that I like the pattern on the front and the back, but doesn't compete what's going on that page. Ooh, that's fun. We're going to use this. So I am going to cut this right in the middle. So, but then it's going to be, I want to make sure that I see the exact same on both sides. So start with that. Cut this into 4. Do you ever add, what was that? I can't see it, Kristen, because there's a heart on my page. So when the next, I can't see your question. So when I can read it, I'll answer it. There's a heart over the word, so I can't say anything in the pockets. Or do I add envelopes? I haven't. I was looking at it, but because the envelopes are a little bit bigger, I didn't. So first thing you want to do is we need to make this 5.5, right? If we're going to do side flaps, we want them to be 5.5. So this is 6 right now. So I'm going to take 1/4 off both sides. Add in an envelope. I haven't. I have not. So we're going to take 1/4 off both sides. Okay. And now we're going to cut it in half, which is 8 inches, so 2 4-inch pieces. I still don't understand how they could lose your luggage. I think that is the biggest thing. I just don't even understand how that happened. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a flap on both sides, right? It's going to flap like that. I love it already. So what I'm going to do, because the art, I did not cut it exactly centered, right? So my flaps might be a little different, but we want it to flap like this, right? We're going to have a flap on each side like that. So I have to make a little bit of an alteration because I don't know math and I didn't cut it in half. So I'm going to score 1/4 inch on this side and 1/2 inch on this side, I think, because my math is crazy. they have an African queen in the Florida Keys. I love it. So I will eyeball it. If I need to make an adjustment, we'll see. Okay, so scoring that. And I will have one flap on this side. Okay. And then a flap on this side. So let's see at a half. I don't know if it's a full half. I'm going to mark it because I want it to be the same, right? So I need it to score about here. It might be a half. It might be a half. Let's see. And that, oh, you get why it's a half, right? Because I did not actually cut the paper correctly. You guys won't have to fiddle like I have to fiddle, but it's because Vicky did not cut it correctly. But that works-ish, is fine. How we doing? Any questions? Is anybody working along with me? Because this is one of those ones, don't feel like, even if you get part of it done and you're like, I'm going to wait till it's done and I can come back and pause the video to finish it. That is totally okay. See, so it's going to be 2 side flaps in the book. I love it. So I'm going to round the corners on these pages with the little notchy one in my corner rounder. See the 3 different sizes. I'm going to use the 1/4 inch corner rounder. 1/4 inch corner rounder. I'm just happy you're here, Cherie. Working, but I went rogue. I totally love that. And you know what? That's what Friday nights are meant to be. It's just, I'm just here. Maybe I do something that inspires you to create. As long as you're making something, we are all winning. So, see what happened there? Doot doot. They're going to be side flaps. So, it's wonky because I did not actually cut it in half. I cut it, something craziness happened. The other thing that might happen, do we want one more flap on this side that is like a title page? And that could be one of our 3x4s, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to say no. Okay, I got to dial it back. I don't want this to be too complicated. So take your card now. This is our card. We're going to be putting a flap on each side. So again, the adhesive will go on my purple score, gets glued behind. So it's a flap, okay? So I am enjoying using the wet adhesive for speed. Karen, that is, you win the interwebs tonight. That was hilarious. Karen said, I have enough trouble just watching and keeping up with the comments. I can't make the project at the same time. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the giggle. That, oh my goodness, you just made my night. That is freaking hilarious. Okay, so boop, boop. Let's glue this. Oh my, don't you think that's, Karen is hilarious. That was good. I hear you, sister. Right? Sometimes you're like, I'm just doing the best I can. Vicky, don't get crazy. I'm not making the project. Just always curious what you guys are doing. You know, like, I'm just happy you're here, to be honest with you. Because it would be really awkward if I was here all by myself. It's me and nobody. So I'm just glad you keep showing up for me. And you keep showing up for me, and I'm generally just a hot mess girl in her basement paper crafting. Because it's like, you know, I am not, like, look at other people post a week ahead of time, or Friday Night Live, this, or whatever, my live, this is what we're going to be doing. And sometimes I roll down here, might have pants on, I might not, making the art. You never know what you're going to get, right? But look at, I love that. So it's extended, right? These are going to be flaps that close. I love it. Isn't that fun? I love that. I love that lilac-y color on the gray and black. I love that. Nicole says, I'm not making a mini as I made one recently with the cards. Yes, you did, right? For the, for March break or spring break. I love it. But I am happy sitting listening to you while fussy cutting flowers from the card base you're using. I love that. You're a rock star. So my friend Nicole, we've been friends for many, many moons, but I haven't seen her in a very long time. And I was just thinking about that the other day. That makes me kind of sad. We used to spend a lot of time together, and I haven't seen her in 85 years, right? Natalie's drinking coffee. Natalie's always drinking coffee on Friday night. Vicky's getting confident with the wet glue now. It depends on the wet glue, Julie. I love this one, but I think it's empty already. I think I went through it, or I'm just having a hard time getting it out. So I need to refill my wet glue, but I think this is brilliance. This My Sweet Petunia glue gun thing that my friend Valerie bought for me because she's a freaking stud. But I love this thing. I have to say, brilliant, 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 My Sweet Petunia. Love it. And this is the one I'm using tonight, and I don't mind it. I find some of these adhesives are a little too fluid for me, and I make a mess. I need adhesive with a little bit more viscosity, right? Making craft kits for my granddaughter's 5th birthday party while watching. I love that, Margaret. That's awesome. Yeah, that glue gun is, I'm telling you, right? Does the glue get clogged in the holder? Well, I have a pin for it. Maybe let's try it, Sheree. Because I use this one too. The Barely Arts, but I make kind of a mess with this one. I got to be careful because it's pretty liquidy. But maybe that's what's going on. Let's see. Maybe that's why I can't get any glue out. We'll try it. We'll see, right? We'll try it on the next one. But I do love this Nuvo. This Nuvo glue is kind of freaking the bum diggity. So if you guys are, what is this thing? It is My Sweet Petunia. And then it sits like this. And when you order it, it comes with an empty bottle so you can put your favorite glue in it. It comes with the empty bottle so you could fill it with Barely Arts. And then there's your lid goes on there, which is a diamond. It's a lovely diamond. So we'll try it. I'll let you know. I'm making a mini album base for a wedding gift. I love that. Very nice. Chuckle. I began looking for Aussie leftovers a couple of days ago. This led to art, space, curtain washing, floor washing, repair to cupboards. Talk about a hot mess. Hot day in Brisbane. I bet you, Antonia. That is a lot. But does it squeeze glue out or just the holder? Yes, see? I'll show you. You press this and it presses the glue bottle. So you have to sometimes use a little muscle, but I kind of love I don't know. I feel like, look at Jesse James. Look at, I should have a belt holster for this when I go teach, right? I need a belt holster. Okay, yeah, you would have to, Michelle is mowing the lawn for Easter egg hunt for tomorrow. So, because she is in New Zealand, like my Aussie friends, so it's Sunday tomorrow, right? Today is your Saturday. Today's my Friday. So I'm going to glue this together. Some of these, when we go to start adhering, I'm going to leave the side open. So we could do it on all of them. Or every other. I could do the side and the top for every, like, what do you call that? Rotating. So that you could have top pieces and side pieces. I'm doing everything on the side on this one. I just decided I'm only going to do side openings, side flap openings. So I'm going to do a side pocket on all of these pages. That means when I glue this together, no adhesive goes on the side. I just made that decision, okay? So here we go. We're going to take the first ones. These are my first 2 cards, and we are going to glue these together. But I'm going to put adhesive just along the top, the back, and the bottom so that I could also slide another card in the side. Okay? So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So we have our 2 pages. These are going to be attached. I want there to be a piece of cardboard or cardstock can come out the side. So when I adhere, I'm only going to put adhesive on the top, the side, and the bottom. Let's do the things. So if you wanted to, to make it easy, I'm going to use tape runner and my mats will just be smaller coming out of the pocket. So I'm going to put that right at the top, right at the back, and right at the side or bottom. And then when I do my cardstock pieces out the side, they're going to be about 4 inches. They're going to be 4 by 4s. There we go. Somebody remind me of that in a few minutes. So now I'm going to glue that card, top card to the back, next card, lining it up. There we go. So now what will happen, let's just cut a piece so I can show you. 4 by 4s are awesome because I can maximize my cardstock, right? So I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'm a liar. They're going to be 4 by... No, let's just do 4 by 4. I'm not a liar. I was going to be a liar and I changed my mind. We'll do 4 by 4s. Boop. Glue down. So let's just cut a couple so I can have visuals for you guys. 4 by 4. Here we go. Sorry, I have a mess if it's distracting. So, do you remember? I apologize. I keep saying so. Now, that's going to go in there like a little side pocket. Right? If you want to do it bigger, because my thought was that if they were 4 by 5, we could make little tags with ribbon or bow on the side. Valerie, I know, it was a wish you were here moment. So I was at One of a Kind today in Toronto and I missed Valerie and I was very sorry not to see her. So I got to see her daughter Amy, who has a, is it, remind me of the name, Shop Bop? I probably just made that up. Remind me of Amy's shop name. She sells earrings and stickers and amazing containers, shop bits. Thank you. So I was very sad that I missed my friend Valerie. So we took a picture, Amy and I, and she said she's going to be so jealous. So she sent the picture. So I was very sad to miss you, friend. So look at, there is our first, look at the first page of our album, and it will have a side opening and then pockets. So what do we do now? We're going to glue the next page. Okay, friends? The next page, which I just have the leaves. So I'm going to just glue it with a side opening. Decide if you want the leaves first, right? I'm going to do it like this. So I'm going to have my leaves there. So what are we going to do? We're going to put adhesive at the top, the left side, and the bottom. She was right. Yeah. She was busy. It was awesome. I'm so proud of that girl. Our girl. Just killing it with the coolest glasses. I loved her glasses. So I miss you guys. And when you talk to Diane, you tell her I miss her too. She should hop on here one day and say hi to me. Totally miss you guys. Okay, so gluing this with a side opening, no adhesive there. Yeah, you know, adore her. Always so freaking funny. And we all need a little bit of humor in our lives, right? And you certainly get it when you hang out with Amy. She's awesome. Okay, look it. So we have See, now it's coming together. It's awesome, right, friends? Side opening, side opening. I've decided, I made the executive decision that this little mini book is all going to be side openings. And can we have a little moment, a little Vicky conversation? Because I know when you're looking at some of this stuff, you may be like, well, what are you going to do with it? Who cares? It's just the fun of the process of making it. And really, you could put some little photos on here. Maybe you're going to have like a little Easter getaway this weekend. You could put all of your little photos in your little pocket. Could be maybe you go to a really cool restaurant and you picked up one of their business cards. It could slide in here and a photo of you at the restaurant. Or if you're like me, I'm a weirdo and I love to take pictures of the food that I eat because it's all art. If it's beautifully presented, then to me it deserves to go in my little mini scrapbook. Now look at, here's the page that we made to top flaps. So this is going to now get attached. Same process. No adhesive on the sides because all of our pages are going to have a side opening for an extra photo. So I'm going to run my finger over that flap just to get it to lay flatter. Adhesive is going to go on this side. Remember, top, left side, bottom. And to make it easy, so we didn't have to double-sided tape and take the backing off, I'm just using my tape runner. Just know you lose real estate in the pocket with the tape runner because, right, we have about a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch-ish. So it just means that your little pockets are going to be. What are going to put on this? Photos. It's going to be a little mini album with photographs in it, right? I'm going to put photos in it. But we're not, make sure, see, I'm getting all crazy. Make sure did I almost glue that upside down? I did not. Vicky is tired, so Vicky's starting to refer to herself in third person. It's my favorite. Okay. Press that down. Now we have our next page with the side pocket. Another Valerie. I know. You aren't my only Valerie. Valerie is awesome. We have had some amazing conversations over the year. Look what's happening because I have not been a great adherer. So I'm going to have to try to rectify that. Do you guys see? I didn't glue something on straight, so now it's just getting progressively more crooked. But I'll try to fix it when I put the cover on it. Do you see what's happening? I did that. But I'll try to fix it with this next one because I can always cut the edge off. Okay, we'll figure it out. So let's put our next page on. It's so cute. That's all good, right? Whatever. That's really how I feel about most things. We'll make it work. So what we'll do with this one is I am going to trim a little bit off. Let's see if I can rectify it. A little bit off and move the card in a little bit. So I'm going to trim a little bit off the edge of the green and see if I can't fix it. She's an awesome one, Valerie. You would love her. My Valerie Wagner lives in Lewiston, New York. I can see her house from the Canadian side. She is a lot of fun. She is from New Jersey, and she loves Bruce Springsteen. She's crazy, so she can be our friend. Okay, so see what I did? I'm going to try to straighten it out. So I cut a little bit off the green side, and now I can move it up a little bit when I line it up. I'm going to see. She sounds very fun. She is very fun. Oh, I miss your stories, Valerie. Valerie S. We have this community, I'm telling you, the people People don't understand. They just don't understand the whole paper crafting community and the people that you meet and the connection you make through crafting is amazing, you know. And our world changed for a bit with the pandemic, and we couldn't do in-person events or get together like we used to. And I have to say that is where you say thank goodness for the interwebs, because if it hadn't been here, there's so many of you guys that I met literally through Side Pocket with our flat page. And I think, look at, I rectified a little bit. I'm getting back on track now for my crazy corner. That I met through, you know, catching up here on, where are we? On the YouTubes, or catching up on, what is going on? There we go. Do I want this page next or this one? I might do this one next. Or Facebook, right? Those two. I'm going to do it this way. Okay. So just going to glue traditionally. This one's just going to be a plain one. So many of you guys that I met that we just found each other, right? Because we were at home with no one to talk to. And then I was already doing my lives, and a lot of you guys just found me. How does that work, do you think? If you found me on YouTube, anyone here who found me just kind of searching on YouTube, and I was live, did you just find it because it popped up? Like, how do you guys find me on the YouTubes? I think on Facebook, it definitely just kind of pops up, right? If you look at maybe other crafting things. Some of my best friends I've met through paper crafting. Well, all of my friends now, these days, are definitely paper crafters because it's my favorite thing to do. So I need to have people who like to do it with me, because I'd be sad if I had to do this all by myself, right? So the next page is going to be one of our... Right? So this looks weird because we have to glue it first here. I think either through, past the brush, it sent me to you. Really? It'll be fine in the end, Kari, when we put the binding on the other side, like out on the outside. Scrap Fest. Oh, with scrapbook.com, Nita? This is an interesting little conversation. I like this. So, yeah, how did you find me? And thank you for sticking around, right? Because I'm sure some people find me and then they try to lose me as quickly as they can, right? Because, you know, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. You got to find your flavor. And I guess you guys like crazy Canadian, if you're still here. Okay, let's just keep adding our pages. I love this. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. And you know what? I also adore projects I can pretty much finish, right? Love it. I found you during the very beginning of COVID. I think it was on Facebook first, and then it led me to YouTube. Well, hopefully one day I can start doing it on streaming on both platforms again, Facebook and YouTube, because I know some of you much prefer, right? You very much prefer it on Facebook to the YouTubes. So I'm going to work on that. I have one more page to add. And so this, well, could I add it to the front? Maybe I will. I'm going to add it to the front because look at my back page. I don't want another pocket page right behind it. So I'm going to add this guy to the front of my album. It's going to be my first page. What a great day. Okay. I love that, Lori. So if you're new here, I have a collection with a company called American Crafts that you can find in Joann's stores and at your favorite online and brick and mortar paper crafting stores. I have been doing this for, Riley is just turned 23, so I would say for he was not even a year old, so I have been doing this for at least 22 years. And as a profession in the magazines and teaching in person for sure 20 years. For sure 20 years, right? I love that Mary found me at a lot of in-person stores. So I teach at a lot of different events. So Mary was saying at the 3 Craft Chicks event. I love that. Crop and Create, definitely. And that is Scrapbooking Cards Today magazine, who they're celebrating 18 years. And I think that I worked with Catherine and Scrapbooking Cards Today magazine for probably at least 16, maybe 17 years of that, right? So I love that. We did a lot of in-person events with that. Found you when Tim gave me a shout out. I love Mr. Holtz. That's awesome. So want to take a look? So that is, I move this double fold out to the front of my book. This is my next page. And then this page is the pockets. Look how cute it looks. And it's from freaking boxed cards. How fun is that? Top flap. What is this one? Anything? Nope, just a side pocket. Is it anything? Nope. Nope. Okay. And then our double flap. And then all of these have a spot. Beth Kingston. I love her. Yeah, I am a Canadian. So I am Canadian. I am a girl crafting in her basement in Ontario, Canada. Very close to Niagara Falls. So I live close to the New York border as well. So I do head over there, see my friend Valerie. So I might change my mind for these pockets. We'll decide later, right? If I want them to be a little bit bigger. But right now, see, there's our pockets. So the whole idea is that we have a side pocket in all of these that you could slide another little photo. So the whole book. I think this could be fun if we did them 4 by 5 and made them all into tags with a little hole. But look at how fun would this be, friends? Remember, there's a stamp set with this. So look at, we could put a tab on each one of these, and then you could write like whatever the photo is in there. So I would do 2 of them to put back to back. Can we do it? Ooh. We can't, because, right, the art would have to be the opposite way to do back to back, to flip it. I don't think I'm not incorrect on that, but that would be fun, right? What are we congrating, Jessica? You're in the current SET magazine. Congratulations. Good for you. Yeah, I think 4 by 5. I might change that up. It just means I need more cardstock. So now, what do we need? We need a cover. We need to finish this. So guess what we're going to do? We are going to need, instead of having to get a bigger piece of cardstock, what I'm going to do is use one of the pages out of the paper pad. And I'm going to cover a piece on the front and back, and then we can put a piece that acts as the spine. Ooh, that's a great idea. Yeah, use the other side of it, right? You could use the other side of the stamp. That is a great solution. So I had cut this piece if we want the stripes on here, but now what I thought was going to be my binding might not be. So you need something that is that height. Oh, that might work. So this piece that I did, I think it actually will work. So the piece I cut here is a 1 3/4 by 5.5. And then I did 3/4 and 3/4 on each side with a 1/4 inch spine. And it actually will 100% work. Look. Because I thought the stripes would be kind of pretty as a spine. And then I'm going to pick a different pattern on the front. And then that will just go in there like that, and nobody will see your wonkiness. Your wonky will be covered. And then the other thing I want to do is, maybe with the purple, I'm going to do 2 scallop, or at least for the front, a little scallop border. I'm going to layer a border. Like fun things you could do too is you could punch 2 holes and you could put a piece of twine here if you wanted it. So you had twine on your spine, or you could put spine on the twine on the front, but I think it could be very fun inside here. So you could do that if you want, and then you could put dangly charms on there. I'm not going to do it because I'd have to get up and find the things. But if you were so inclined, you totally could do that. I think it would be fun. So I'm going to quickly create a border so I can slide it underneath the spine. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Love my paper punches. And I think a lot of companies are discontinuing them. And I say, no, please don't. Because even, I don't want to pull out my Cricut or Silhouette every time I want to punch a border. And they don't do anything in like 12-inch length. Everything is made more geared towards card makers because I think that market is just bigger, right? So I'm like, please don't do that to me. So it might be off screen. I'm just cutting a little piece, okay? Maybe 1/2 inch, a little bit-ish. Because what I want to do is just layer that like this. I'm just going to layer that border right in here. Okay, so I have a little scallopy border that I can see the white core a little bit on the paper. But whatever, we'll just embrace it. So we know that's going to go on here. And now let's pick what color do we want for our front. I think I had originally, I was going to use green. It was going to be the green side, this. What do we think? I just thought the contrast was nice because you know what's going on this front cover, a shaker box. So I'll show you the frame I picked because I've cut already, I prepped for my shakers. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. And I was thinking of this frame is going to be on my front cover. But now I don't know if I want the green check with the orange check. So let's look. What other colors do we have? What else could be very subtle pattern? Ooh, could do this. Could use the blue check. But I say no, I don't like that. And it's my book, so it's okay if I don't like it. I can pick something different. Oh, this green one might be better. What do we think about that? Yeah. Yeah. So, oh, the orange one. Yes. Let's look. Will that get lost? I don't think so because I like that. That's what I'm picking. I like this one. So I'm going to do this. Okay? That's my cover. It is one of my favoriteest colors. Orange. I love it. So what do I need for my front cover? Let me tell you. I have those 2 pieces. I need to trim a 5.5 and a 4. 5.5 by 4. Because this is going to be covered with a spine. So we need 2 5.5 by 4s. Are you with me, friends? 2, can you see what I'm doing? I know there's a lot of crap everywhere. Everywhere, Vicky has crap. Christy said, tonight I told my husband I was in a Zoom meeting, so don't bug me. He just came in from mowing the lawn. How's your meeting, he asked. Great, I say. I love you, Christy. That you won the internet too. That is freaking awesome. How's your meeting going? It's fabulous, honey. Thanks for asking. Make sure you trim around the flower beds while you're out there working, because I'm working too on my Zoom meeting. Oh my goodness, that is freaking amazing. My favorite too, I have a lot of favorites. When I was hanging out with different people on the cruise that we were just on, and having the whole conversation of how people talk about me with their families, like where people will know who I am. Like they will if you say Vicky, they know that I don't know if Rebecca's still here. She said she has a friend Vicky and then me, Vicky, right? And that they know if it's Vicky, I get to be the Vicky, but her other friend is Vicky with the initial. Are you still here, Rebecca? That was the story, right? I didn't make that up. So again, I'm not very good with the maths, but it's going to be covered. So let's look. Will it work with my binder? Yeah, it will. So I'm going to glue this down. I'm going to glue the orange to the front cover. I'm going to glue the orange to the front cover. And then I'll glue the orange to the back cover. And then we can put the spine on. So funny. I'm in a Zoom meeting, so don't bug me. Do you have headphones on, Christy? We gotta do what we gotta do, man. And I get that, you know. You're such an important role, play such an important role in your family that it's sometimes hard. It's sometimes hard to get time for yourself to do what you want to do. So we have to tell sometimes some little white lies. But it is a meeting. You're meeting me on Friday, and we are figuring out, well, Friday here. I don't know where you are. Maybe you are in Australia or New Zealand, and it's Saturday if we're mowing lawns. And you got to do what you got to do. So now I'm going to clean up this. I call you my Vicky, and they know do not disturb me. I love it. No, you're up in the loft. My husband totally knows Vicky has my money and my Friday night. I know. One of the ladies on the cruise, that's what her husband was, a saucy little minx, and he was like, she's like, you need to come stay with us when you're, in my area. And he's like, yeah, I'll just add up the visa bill and I'll tell you what your room cost is. I was like, you little saucy minx. Yeah, I keep her busy. She's happy. We're making art. You stop giving us a hard time. But, yeah, I love it. He's like, yeah, I'll tell you what your room rate is depending on how much, my visa bill or whatever. I'll tally what she spends on your stuff. And I was like, you just stop it right there, mister. Stop that sauciness. I love that. I love it. The most important meeting of the week. Well, thank you very much, Connie. This convo is bringing so much joy. Seriously though, right? You would have laughed so hard because we were at dinner on the cruise, and I went up to the table and was meeting everybody's significant others, and that is what this funny guy was saying. He's like, oh, you can come stay with us, but I'll tell you what your room rate, I'll give you a special room rate after I tally up. I said, look it, I don't make anybody have to spend anything. You can play with me and not buy a thing from me. I just make it so you have something to do on your weekends with me. We can make the art. And I also try to put the value in, right? Like, look at this class is free. Didn't cost you anything other than the product that you're using, right? If you bought the kit, that's great. You have everything you need, or you can just use what you have at home. So the front and the back of my book is done. But right, that's ugly. So what are we going to do to fix it? We're going to put the binding on here. And now we've made, how fun is that? From cards, right? But I want to add the little burgundy strip. Question to y'all. How do you label Vicki Booten? Art teacher, virtual friend, friend? Curious, yeah. How do you label me? Crazy lady? What? Vicki is my friend, 100%. I believe that. What's really funny, I'm retired. Who does he think I'm in a meeting with? Oh my gosh. You're killing me tonight. I'm retired. Who does he think I'm in a meeting with? Vicki, you need to give her homework to do and see how long she can make it go. I love it. Yeah, your friend, right? Beth, my kids say the same. I love it. Friend, encourager, the idea source. I really do hope you think, like when you meet me in person, if you ever get the opportunity, like when we're on the cruises and I get to meet all those people, I really feel like as connected when we talk on these things. And even when I'm packing your orders, I know the names and who you guys are. And I'll never remember names though. So never be offended if I meet you and I don't introduce you to whoever I'm talking to. It's because I don't know what your name is. Because I don't know what my name is half the time. So I'm for sure not going to remember anybody else's. And I don't remember kids' birthdays some days. Like I have, I guess, not enough room for all of the crafting stuff and to know what my kids' birthdays are. So I'm just trying to decide where I want my little border to go. Just never be offended, because it's not you, it's me. Literally, it's not you, it's me. Oh, we're going to try the gun now that I put the thing in there. Look at, oh, there you go. See? You just squeeze, and there's my glue. How awesome is that? I love it. I don't have to squeeze that bottle, so I have a bead of glue on there. Oh my goodness, my son is up there playing his video games, and somebody made him mad. He is yelling, and that's 2 floors up, and I can hear him. So we've talked about this. Do you have somebody who games at your house? Wackos. Right, there we go. And then I just need to trim the overhang, which I will do right now. Trim it. I might to get one of those. I love it, and I'm telling you, they didn't send it to me. I'm not telling you I love it because like I get paid to tell you I love it. I am an actual user, and I think it is a cool thing, right? You say my full name, like Vicki Booten. A lot of people, Vicki Booten. Even my friends that know me, when we are talking, they will call me Vicki Booten. How you doing, Vicki Booten? I'm fine. Thank you for asking. So now the spine goes on it. What do you think, friends? And here's a fun thing. When you really get into doing some of these albums, you totally could sew a lot of this stuff if you wanted to as well. So that's what it'll look like when it's finished, right? Let me see what's going on here. I have to trim a little bit of that. It seems too long. Hello from Nova Scotia. Hello. I can't wait to go back to Nova Scotia. We were talking about that. Hey, are you out there, Irene? My Nova Scotian friend. Haven't heard from you for a while. So if you're quietly watching, because I know you might be. Hello, friend. How are you doing? You are Vicki to my kids and hubby. And La Vicky to my mom. No, I'm not. I want to be La Vicky. I like it. La Vicky. Lori, I just always say you're full. Oh, I said read that run, right? I am mortified when I first heard my nephew cursing behind a closed door, but stay in my hula hoop. Yeah, my son is up there swearing. I have no doubt. I'm glad you guys can't hear him because I'm sure it is very colorful. I'm like, dude, and he is 23 years old, so, you know, you curse all you want, I guess, but I'm like, that's not nice. And he's like, Mom, my favorite is like, and why are you in my room? I'm like, you mean the room that I pay for? Why are you in my room? His girlfriend looked at him and he's like, what are you talking about? She owns the house. It's so cute. So I'm going to just put adhesive on here now. I'm not going to put adhesive on the spine part. I'm just going to put on the front and the back just so I have a little bit of, look it. I just came up with an idea. Are you ready for it? I have twine here. Look it. I'm going to put some twine on their spine. Twine on the spine. But what we'll do is I'll put a bead of glue like this and then I can tie my bow after. Okay? I'm going to do this. Tie a blue striped ribbon round the old oak tree. How many years has it been? Do you still... Is it Want Me or Love Me? Is that Tony, Orlando, and Dawn? Tie a yellow ribbon round the old oak tree. It's been how many long years since you whatever. Do. So look it. We'll do that. And then I don't have to get up and look for a hole punch or anything. Let's see. Let me test it. You can decide if you love it or hate it. If you still want me. It's been 3 long years. Does he say, do you still, or if you still want me? And is it Tony, Orlando, and Dawn, or did I mess that up? See? And then there's twine on the outside. I love it. I wonder if my son is currently playing the same game as my boyfriend, who is currently showing off his colorful vocabulary as well. I believe it. I believe it. He's up there and he is yelling. Somebody made him mad. Somebody made him mad, but he's in his glory. His girlfriend's gone home to visit her family. And so he is just playing up there with his headphones and, you know, he's got his headphones on. So that's the other thing. He has no volume control because he's got sound blocking headphones on. They don't have a clue. Yeah, he has them on and it's such a thing now because I'm like, dude, don't you want to go out with your friends or don't people go out dancing and doing things? And he's like, I'm quite content. I just came home and he's like, are you going to feed me? So I made him quick some chicken quesadillas and then went, okay, you're on your own now. I've got to go hang out with my friends. I have a Zoom meeting. So I am going to now line this up on the front. That's what I said. I have a Zoom meeting. Oh, it sounds like maybe Devin's upstairs too, because they were supposed to go hang out, but then I think they changed their mind and said they're going to go out tonight. Love it. Love it. Love it. There we go. See, Valerie? I put that on here and now I can tie a little bow. And you could hang charms on it if you want. But look at this, what we just made out of cards. And I didn't even hang it upside down. I didn't put anything upside down or anything. It's totally winning. So is it perfect? It's not perfect, but it's fun for a Friday night project, right? You made chicken quesadilla? So when I went to visit my friend, my friend Michelle in New Zealand, she would make chicken. Oops, don't pull it too tight, Vicky. Look what you just did, crazy lady. She would make chicken quesadilla or chicken meat in the crock pot, and I hadn't pulled my crock pot out in like forever, and so I made chicken in the crock pot yesterday, and then what? Perfect for chicken quesadillas. Devin and I went to my favorite restaurant called the Cactus Club tonight, so I didn't need to make anything for myself. We had an awesome meal, but the boys were not with us. So I'm gonna tie that, not too tight because I was causing some damage there to my causing some damage to my binding. Let's see. That's cute, right? So now what I do is I tie my bow and then hold the knot, and I might make it a little smaller. And then I trim the ends, and then I take glue on the end and I just rub it so that my, what do you call this? Baker's twine doesn't fray. So let's say I'm going to do this. Oh, better scissors because those are not cutting very nicely. There. And we'll make this one a little bit longer. And then I just put some glue on the end, like this. I love that place too. And I have the same thing every single time. I have they do Szechuan lettuce wraps, and it is my favorite thing in the whole world. So normally the glue I use is Glossy Accents, but I don't know where it is, so I'm just going to use this. But I just glue the ends so, like I said, they don't fray. So I feel if you put a little adhesive on there, twist it, don't glue it to your finger and make a mess, then your ends won't fray. Okay? Yes, I know, Lori, I messaged somebody, but I haven't been on the email. I 100% have. Did you see when I posted it in the group? There were 5 people who wanted the Cedar House kit. So I just messaged the first person, and I have to check to see. I haven't been on the computer today to see if she paid the invoice. And if not, I will move on to the next one. So I do have that covered. I have it covered. I will be in touch. I will let you know. And then I will be doing some special things for you as a thank you, because I really appreciate it. So there we go. So I want to do a shaker box on the front. I think that that will be fun. I'm going to do a little shaker box. So let's make that. Have you made a shaker box before? Have you guys made a shaker box before? So the idea, Vicky, when did you say you were posting the stuff for Cedar House Class Access Only? In a bit. In a little bit, it will be there, but you guys need to see what the material list is. That what you need so you can order stuff? I'll put it up soon, okay? I'll put it up before I leave for Spokane so that you guys have time if you need to buy the product. So when you go to do a shaker box, you need the first piece that needs to attach to whatever is going to be your frame is the piece of acetate, the clear piece, or vellum, whatever you're using. This needs to glue to the front. So I put double-sided tape on here. I will glue this down, and then your foam tape goes around, your sequins sit in it, and then I'm going to put a layer on the back. So let's decide for this, what do I want as my piece in the back of this? Because it's not going to be orange, it's going to be a piece inside. So this is where maybe the mint color will be pretty. Here are the sequins that, again, from my friend Rachel Tallman. If you check out her site, she sells lots of different sequin packs. So this one is going to go on here. Look at those colors. So I want something that is going to, these are going to pop on. So let's look. So again, the acetate that I cut is smaller than the frame. It's going to get glued to the back of the frame, but before I glue it, I'm also going to open my Paperie, because this is great. You can put rub-ons, you can put an element on top if you wanted. But what do we want is the layer underneath the shakers. And that's what I was saying, like this mint layer could be really pretty inside. So I'm going to opt for that. I'm going to use this underneath it. Okay, it's going to go like that. So I'm going to just get that ready. I'm going to cut it the full size of the frame. And after I make the shaker, that will back onto it. That's what I'll glue down. So I am going to try to center that pattern on here just because I'm crazy like that. So I'll mark with my fancy dancy measuring tool, my fingernail, which these fingernails need to be done. They are kind of a hot mess right now. Let's make a shaker box. Yeah, I've got you, Lori. And thank you for your patience, because, you know, those things happen when we're shipping. And I am also mailing out your extra, the stuff that I missed, with some extra goodies. I just, again, right, I have this other event I'm leaving for and stuff, so just know I'll probably pop over there on Sunday when all the kids have left me. And I will pack that order. You are on my list. I'll get it sorted out. Yay! Okay, so we could go in here, which could be fun, and pull out of our Paperie pack the vellum stickers. And thank you for reminding me. You know, when I tell you I'm going to do something, and if I haven't done it, am never offended if you're like, hey, Vicky, don't forget. Because Vicky forgets, right? There's a lot on my list sometimes. So always thank you for remaining patient, because sometimes, right, I'm sure I irritate you. So thank you for always remaining patient. Look at how fun. I could put a little paint splat on the front of the acetate, right? What do you guys think? So I could put a little paint splat or heart. How about the heart? How about nothing? I'm not putting anything on there. How about that? I'm not. I'm just going to do it. How about nothing? Did you like that? So, tricks that they tell me that I've read about on the interwebs is if you put your powder or destatting tool, then your little bits won't stick. The other thing is you can run the vellum under water and dry it, and that's also supposed to help with static, so that your shaking bits don't stick to the plastic. So I'm trying this little powder tool. Just watch you don't scratch your acetate. So you might not be able to see that. So it's a sheet of acetate. I also read on the interwebs you can just wash it, right? I'm using acetate. In the kit, I included acetate. So all I did was found the sheets that are for overhead projector, or I just went on Amazon and looked up acetate sheets, and I found this one. Okay, so let's put the double-sided tape down first, glue the acetate to the frame, and then we put the foam tape around it. Okay, if you were my double-sided tape, where might you be? Where might you be? If you were my double-sided tape, where might you be? On the floor. Found it. It's on the floor. So yes, I'm using acetate. It's clear, right? So I can see all my shakies. So I'm going to put my tape down, and this is what the acetate will glue to, okay? And that's the window. I'm putting the glass in the window. And you could put a couple more of these inside your album if you wanted to, right? Again, for time's sake, I'm just going to do the one to show you, because it is already 10:15. And then I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do to finish this, at least for, oh, come on, friend. I'm going to put mats. So when I do albums like this, I like to do things that are repeated. So I am going to definitely cut like larger mats. I'm going to do some square mats, and then I will rotate those on the pages. The other thing I'm going to do is remember, for some of the pages that we created flaps and they were from cards, the back side of those pages now are just white. So if I was doing this as a full class, I probably would have stenciled on the back of them so I wouldn't have to back them with paper. I could have just created and added art. I feel like Devin is here with her friends. I can hear shoes on the stairs. There we go. Okay. There's our window layer. It's a little bit of a dirty window right now. They are loud up there, loud and crazy. Okay, so there's my window. Jamie, did I answer your question? Oh, okay, I understand. And now we put the foam on. So that's what's going to create a little bit of a opening for our shaker bits to shake around on. You can do a single layer of the foam, or you could double it up if you want it to be extra deep. So I'm only going to frame with the foam. I'm going to create a closed rectangle along the opening of the frame. A closed rectangle. Because I don't want my shakers to shake out. I want them to all stay contained in the shape. And then just watch that your tape isn't too close to the edge so you can't see it. Okay? So now we're making a space for the jiggly bits. And you could use sequins, you could use beads. What other things do you like to put in? When we were on the cruise, some of the ladies were very generous and gave us these little containers, which I think is nail art. So your shaker bits can be nail art. There's lots of options. A lot of card making companies will sell great shaker fillers. Shaker fillers. Is that a thing? I don't know. Shaker fillers. So did you see what I just did? I actually did not. I said, make sure you fill it in. And then I did not cut it very well. So I'm plugging that, opening up. Perfect. That works. So now before I take my backing off, you could, just got to be careful. We're going to fill it now with our glitter. Make sure it's clean on the inside-ish, because they'll be sealed forever. The other thing, I'm going to put a second piece at the bottom, just so when I go to put my backing on, it's not flapping in the wind. I'll put a piece down here too, so it's level when I put this mint piece on. Okay, there we go. Jiggly bits, right? Sounds naughty. My jiggly bits. Here we go. So you don't want too many in there, right? Because when they shake around, you don't want it completely full. I feel like that's good. That's a good amount of jiggly bits. I like it. Okay. I might take a few out though, actually. I might have went a little too crazy with the jiggly bits. So I'll just take a few out. So now be careful when you take your backing off that you don't bounce this around, because it'll get stuck. The little bits will get stuck on your double-sided foam. So I have fake fingernails, so I need help to lift this. So I did it. I did it. And now, boop, boop. I think it's funny. I can hear Devin. Ooh, jeez. My hand got stuck. See? Careful, Vicky. Because I don't want that happening. So be careful. Don't get your finger stuck like I just did. I'll be way more. I was being saucy, right? A little overconfident with my ability to get this off and not move the frame. So you might be like a pro card maker and you do these boxes all the time, and you might be like, this is way easier. Share it with the group. Because don't forget, I just learn from just doing the things. I am, you know, I'm a pro in the sense that a pro who, it's just somebody who's not afraid to try the things. But I'm not a pro in the sense that I invented shaker boxes or that I actually make a ton of them. And then everything's sticking. Okay, I removed all of it except for the bottom piece. And then let's see. We're going to put the mint piece on the back. Here we go. Hello, Krista. How are you? Right, there we go. And I just want you to have a different or an additional use for the frame sets. So now look at, we have secured. Are you ready for the big reveal? And now you have a shaker box. Shakety shake. Shake, 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 shake it off. I love it. I just think it is a fun addition. I could have probably left them in there, but it's okay, right? Shakers. I think that is, you want something that brings me unlimited amounts of joy, or freaking shaker boxes. So I am not going to embellish the whole cover yet, but you know this is going on my cover. And then I just have to figure out what else is going on here. Because I will want some kind of title-y thing. Let's see, did my little things dry? They're getting there. And now they won't fray. Love it! Right? You could hang a little charm on there too. Isn't that fun? Sequins are perfect. Well, she made, this is a custom mix to go with the, that's why I added this in the kit. For anybody who ordered this one, the kit that had the cards, like everything you need to make this is in that kit. I added these in here, but you can also get them, I believe, on Rachel's site, or if you reach out to her, she will have them. I'm going to put a piece of this number washi right here on this seam, because we have washi tape. I love this washi tape. Look at, with the drips. I love it. This is the earrings I have on. Watch when I flip the camera. I'm wearing earrings that match that. The drip. I bought them. Okay. And this, I think, friends, is, I'm going to talk about some other things that I'm doing, but will you be sad if I finish this on my own? Or do you want like a part 2 to this? But it's not going to be for a little while, right? I feel confident, though, you guys could finish it, embellish on your own. I will share with you when mine is done what it looks like. But I have to tap out after this. Does that look lined up in any way, shape, or form? I love that on there though, that little bit of gray. I have to turn it though. That does not look lined up to me. Here we go. I love this washi tape. Did you guys get the washi for this collection? I do. I love it. There's tickets that tear apart. The pencils, the butterflies. See, a lot of times when I do a part deux, people don't end up coming back because they forget that there's a part deux. But like I said, the part deux is going to be at least, for me to finish this the way that I would finish it, we're probably looking at another 2-hour session. But I could prep everything because, like I said, I know that even though the stuff I included in the kit, I will still probably use some of my other Discover and Create bits, like the sticker book or some other ephemera. But I will use the Paperie as well. But this is going to go in here. I know that I'm going to perch something up on here. I need a title on the front of the cover. So this is what it looks like right now. This is what I was saying. Like here, I'm going to mat inside. I'll put mats inside of these, right? And then we need something for all of the side pockets, all of these pockets. We need pieces for inside the pockets. I will put something on the back of my flaps. Right? But we have to decorate. But like I said, when we go to do this, when I say repeated things, right? These are going to be too big. But I will do similar mat sizes. I will do similar mat sizes around the edge so it keeps it very straightforward. Like I will probably do the same photos size on all these pages. Like here will be, I will cut mats for this album that are, I'm going to say 5 by 3 3/4 or a 4 3/4 by 3.5. So every page will have a mat like that size. So it makes printing the photos very easy. Cindy, it is you. If you reach out to the link that Natalie added, I have some. If you reach out to me, I do still have some in my stash. So just send me an email, and if I can throw them in there, or you can reach out to Rachel Tallman, and she has lots of different sequin mixes too, right? You want me to do part 2? So that will be so I'm going to flip the camera, okay? So this is, we'll do part 2, decorating the card book, I'll call it. And we will add embellishment to it, okay? And it probably won't take too long. Just know the homework you're going to want to do is cutting your mats. You want to cut some mats, but see somewhere here that this one for sure I would just put a little square, like a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4. You know what I'm talking about? And now I can show you why I love this corner rounder I'm telling you about, the new one. It's freaking awesome with the belly button. Innie, outie, and the bum. So see, you can use the little ticket. I love it. And I can make my mats look like a ticket. This was brilliant. I'm going to tell them that too, so that shows you, right? So now I have a little ticket. Look how cute it is, right? And then the other edges that this does are the bum. So it looks like that. And the outie belly button. Look at how fun is that? I love this corner rounder. So this is what I'm gonna glue this one down, and then we'll move on. I'm gonna flip the camera. So I want to talk to you about plans, because International Scrapbook Day is coming up as well. What day is that? Is it the 8th? Am I making that up? Is it in April or May? Because I'm 100% going to be doing a full day of stuff in good times. It's going to be good. We will definitely do a full day of crafting on International Scrapbook Day, May 4th. Yes, I forgot. Because, right, like May the 4th be with you. So look, that kind of idea. I don't think that's straight, but that's not straight at all, Vicky. But how cute is that? And then you can put your photos in it. And again, it's just from freaking boxed card set. So if you're like me, I buy all of the boxed card sets. And then now I have an extra thing I can do with my boxed cards. I don't have to just use them as cards. I can make mini books. There, that's better. Right? And then we're going to have, how about this? Remember I said I'm going to add photos? I'm going to print photos. So keep this in mind, okay? We have the side flaps that are going to go in here that you can put a photo on, right? Or you could journal. I love that. Some of these could just be for journaling. You could put your journaling block in there, right? If I actually did that, but look at how fun is that? And we'll have that for all of them too. So things that if you're going to make this, because here's the fun thing, guys. If you get this part done, when I come back, so it won't be next week, but the following week, I will do a part 2 to finish this. Right? I'll do a part 2 to finish this. So what do you want to do? You want to build your book. So when you meet me back here, I want you to have what I just did done. And then grab your extras, like I said. Definitely if you have other ephemera, chipboard, the stickers from Discover and Create or whatever collection you're using, grab them, because then we can have free reign. You can add whatever you want. But if you get this part done, when I come back, we will finish embellishing it, and I'm going to put photos. I'm going to print photos. So when I go to finish this, I can put photos in here. But what a great gift idea, right? Like, who wouldn't love getting this with some little photos? Like, say it's for a teacher gift, and maybe you've done some volunteering in the class, or you want to add pictures of your kid that maybe they love. It's their favorite teacher ever, and you want to give them a little book. Or you give them a book that they can put their own photos in. Right? I love that. So let me flip the camera so I can say goodnight. Like I said, at some point, I'll have this whole dealio set up so I don't have to jiggle you every time. But I think that is a lot of fun from boxed cards. And really, I didn't add anything crazy, right? Just a little bit of pattern paper. So, like I said, embellishing. Now, I got to hold this so you don't look up my nose, because nobody needs to see that business. And you could make a whole bunch of other shaker boxes, too, for cards. Like, you could still do this for cards, but I think that's really cute. Right? Really cute. Your cousin loves to get these from... A lot of people who don't scrapbook love getting our handmade projects. And this one, if I do say so myself, is super cute. Like, that's going to be really cute when it's finished. And we haven't even embellished it or done anything. So I think that's fun. And you don't have to put photos in it. That could be like a little journal, a little travel book where you put notes in it. Maybe it's just for journaling. Whatever you want to do, really. It's your project. You put whatever in it you want. But that's what I'm going to do, is print some photos. Maybe I'll print photos from when I have an idea. So the photos I'm going to print are when I'm at the 3 Craft Chicks event. I'm going to print photos, and then I'm going to fill this with all of my photos from that. So now I know that I need photos that are going portrait, because pretty much they're portrait and square. And so I'm going to make a note to myself of how many I need, because let's see, how many photos would I probably put in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I'm going to kind of have a goal of like 20 photos that I can choose, right? And then I'm going to finish it. So with that being said, Natalie, help me with this. So I will do part 2. It might be on a Wednesday. So it's not a week, 2 weeks from now. Like it might have to be on the Wednesday, because I don't know if we have kickoff on the Thursday. So what would that be? I'll be home for a day and rolling in, but I'm not even going to clean my desk off, because I'm not doing anything now. I'm done. I just did 3 lives in a row. So next, when I come back from Spokane, which will be is April 10th. Is that April 10th? I think that's the day. If April 10th is not next Wednesday, the Wednesday after, because I fly next Wednesday and then I'm home, we'll do that. So we'll do part 2, the decorating and adding photos, which I love that. I love that I want to show you guys what this looks like with photos in it. And then I can tell you my story. It gives me a great opportunity to then tell you about my experience in Spokane at Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So there you go. I have a plan. So if you guys, that gives you something to do next week, is to finish your book, even finish 2 if you want to, and then we will meet again on April 10th to do the part 2, right? To do the part 2. I'm very jealous. Kari said she'll be in New Orleans. Can you please eat beignets for me? At least one. And then on Bourbon Street, are you ready for this? Because what is the Irish pub on Bourbon Street? Somebody knows this. And I have to say, that's where I had crawfish etouffee. And it wasn't I went to a high-end restaurant and had crawfish etouffee, and it was just okay. And then I went to that Irish pub on Bourbon Street. There's a big leprechaun, O'Brien's, and I had the best crawfish etouffee there. So you need to go try that. So anyway, the extra kits, if you guys want, like I said, I have about 5 of these. If you want everything you need for tonight's class, I have about 5 of them left. Natalie just linked it. And then I will be back on the 10th to finish it. I will have plans for International Scrapbook Day as well. And I'll actually make the link so you'll be able to find it for the 10th. I will do the YouTube post. So you guys will see part 2 for this album. And then it's going to be awesome. So thanks so much, guys. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. It's very cute. From this to this. So fun, right? I love it. So yeah, have a hurricane, but just be prepared for that. Because the hurricane, it's no lie. Because we had a hurricane and then we had trouble walking back to our hotel, because that's a lot of booze. A lot of booze in that drink, right? So we'll see you guys later. If I'm going to see you in Spokane, I'll see you guys soon. If I'm going to see you in Texas, oh my goodness. That's coming really quick too. So thank you as always for joining me on these Friday Night Lives. And thank you to my lovely friend, Natalie, for helping me keep everything straight. Love it. Have a wonderful Easter, my friends. And I'll see you on April 10th for part 2 of this. See you later, guys. Have a great weekend. Oh, there we go.